Engineers and reverse bias. This is a first video. Thank you for all the mails. Keep them coming. I'll leave the mail ID in the description below. And for our first video, many people wanted us to do a video on the basics of signals and systems. So this isn't much, but I hope this will help. Signal has t on the x-axis. It is a function of time. Say we have a function f of t is equal to t. That means for t value on the x-axis, the y-axis value will also be t. So you have f of t on the y-axis and t on the x-axis. For any value, say 1, you'll have 1 on the y-axis. 2, you have 2 on the y-axis. So you get a straight line passing through the origin. Say here -1 on the y-axis for -1 on the x-axis. Okay, this is a continuous time signal, and for any value on the x-axis, if you draw a line, you'll get a value on the y-axis. Say t is equal to 3. You draw a line, you get f of t is equal to 3. So it's a continuous time signal. There's no break anywhere, there's no gap anywhere, and it's continuous. In discrete time, on the x-axis, you have n. N denotes the samples. They're called time samples. And you have, say, a function f of n is equal to n. So you have f of n on the y-axis. But the main difference is you have n values only for integers. That is, say, 1, 2, 3, 4, -1, -2, -3, -4. So here, for 1, we have 1 here, and you draw a line. For 2, you have 2 on the y-axis, dot, draw a line. For 3, again you take 3 on the y-axis, take a dot, draw a line. This is your continuous signal. You need not join the dots, okay? And for value, say you have 1.5 here, you have no value. You have function values only for integers. That is, say 1, 2, 3, and here for -1, you have -1 on the y-axis as well. Okay, and for 0, it is 0. F of n is equal to n, that is 0. And for none of the values, say between 2 and 3, 2.5, 2.4, you have no values. You have values only for the integers. Difference: this is a continuous time signal, and this is a discrete time signal. They're the same function, but the only difference is you have function values only for integers in discrete time, whereas in continuous time, any value on the x-axis has a function value on the y-axis. So there you go. Get some basic elementary signals. You have the unit step signal, which is denoted by u of t in continuous time. As usual, you have t on the x-axis and u of t on the y-axis, and the u of t is defined as 1 if t is greater than or equal to 0. You can see that 1 if t is greater than or equal to 0, and 0 otherwise. So for t values greater than 0, the function value is 1, and otherwise, meaning all the t values less than 0, you have 0 as the function value. So the 0 on the x-axis starts from here, and all the values greater than 0, that means all the values on the positive x-axis, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on, the function value is 1, meaning 1 on the y-axis. And remember, this is a continuous signal, so you have 1 for every value. You have 1 for 0.5, you have 1 for 1.5, and all the values in between. This is a continuous signal. And now let's look at u of n. U of n is a discrete signal. Look, see, t indicates a continuous time signal, and n indicates a discrete time signal. There's no difference. There's not much of a difference, and the definition is for u of n 1 if n is greater than or equal to 0, and 0 otherwise. The only difference between these two is here n belongs to integers. You cannot have fractions, you cannot have decimal points and all that. So you have n on the x-axis, u of n on the y-axis, and like values 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on the x-axis. So for 0 or greater than 0, we have 1. So you draw a dot here. 1 is greater than 0, so draw a dot here. 2 is greater than 0, draw a dot here. 3 is greater than 0, and so on. Okay, and then draw lines to the x-axis. That's it. You don't have any values for the numbers between 1 and 2. Only integers. Only integers. So if you take -1 here, -1 is less than 0, so it's 0 according to the function. So there you go. It's called unit time. And as it was our first video, I couldn't put as much content into it as I thought I could, but we'll have more videos coming up which will solve more of your doubts. Please do mail us and ask us anything you want in the 3 subjects mentioned below, and yeah, see you next time.